check it out now. Holy! Now, big victory for the family of Nipsey Hussle and also all of his supporters because his killer, Eric Holder, was actually found guilty of first-degree murder. Now, if you guys haven't been keeping up with the trial, I try to give you guys a couple of updates here and there. Basically, some people didn't want to testify, they didn't want to snitch, and basically this whole thing really is all about snitching, okay? Essentially, this guy, Eric Holder, he walked into court and he literally just said, yes, I did kill Nipsey, okay? His lawyer argued from day one. There is no doubt that the guy did kill Nipsey. However, they were arguing for something that's going to be a lesser charge. Now, I got to explain what he was eventually convicted of today versus what they were trying to do. He was convicted of first-degree murder. First-degree murder is the highest murder charge you could get in the state of California. It carries a sentence of 25 to life or life in prison without the possibility of parole, okay? Which means you're going to be locked up forever, basically, right? Now, if you don't get first-degree murder, you could either get second-degree murder or you could get a manslaughter charge, okay? Now, they have something called a voluntary manslaughter charge. And essentially, that's what Eric Holder's lawyer was trying to get at, okay? They basically said, yes, Eric Holder did kill Nipsey, but he killed him in a crime of passion. And when they mention crime of passion, it's basically saying you couldn't control yourself, you did it in the moment, you didn't think about it, right? The first-degree murder statute say you planned it, which is premeditated. This says, hey, listen, you took somebody else's life, and basically, even though you had intent to kill or seriously harm, you acted in the moment because you were either emotionally or mentally disturbed, okay? And they have to try to evaluate your mindset at the moment. That's why the whole situation of did Nipsey call him a snitch? Because he tried to basically tell the jury and tell the court, hey, from where we're from, and I'm talking about him, that's what he said, from where he's from, when you get called a snitch, it's traumatizing. It's basically the worst thing somebody could say to you. So he's saying he snapped. Now, the jury didn't believe that. Here's the difference between if they did believe it, because if they did reject the first-degree murder and gave him a voluntary manslaughter, he would be facing between 3 and 11 years, okay? Obviously, that's a big difference than being found guilty of first-degree murder, which he's facing 25 to life, okay? So essentially, they tried to get him off by saying it was voluntary manslaughter. It did not work. He had other attempted murder charges. Those were lowered to some attempted voluntary manslaughter because he shot 2 other dudes while he was trying to kill Nipsey. So he did get that lowered, but still, it don't look like this guy's going to get out of jail. Also, he got like another conviction of, hurting someone with a deadly weapon, which means you shot somebody. Basically, this guy's not getting out. And him showing up to the mental hospital, which was going to play a part in the mind state, and he has mental issues, so he snapped, and also the whole snitching angle just didn't work in his favor. Okay, they plan to appeal it, but basically this dude ain't getting out of prison. Okay, he ain't getting out of prison anytime soon. And if you ask me, when it comes to sentencing, I would imagine, I don't know, I think he's gonna get 25 to life. But some people think that, there's no death penalty in California. They have suspended it. So the highest they could go for is life in prison without possibility of parole. I think he's going to get 25 to life. And then I still don't even think he gets out in 25 years. I think he's going to get out probably never. I'm going to just be honest with you. But this is a victory for everybody who, loved Nipsey. This case could have really went the other way and really made a statement in hip-hop. Because if this dude had got off with, say, like 5 years because they believed his narrative of he snapped when he was called a snitch, man, I think people would look at this situation a lot differently, okay? Because it basically would say at that point, Nipsey caused his own death by calling this dude a snitch. But clearly that's not what the jury agreed with. Also, when you hear from the prosecutor and everybody else, they talked about Nipsey as a great man from California who really was helping the community. And I think it was important for them to make sure that this guy didn't skate on these charges. Okay, so basically, the whole news is Eric Holder, he has been found guilty of first-degree murder, which is the heaviest charge. And the rest of the charges he was found guilty of will probably either run concurrent. So pretty much he's just facing life. Okay, we'll see his sentencing, what happens, but we haven't heard any statements from the family. What do you guys think about this? Get in the comment box, make sure you guys like and subscribe. It's Akademiks.